This is Theodore Copperclaw,
Hello?
and he has a heart full of riches. One day when he was out, he was infected with a mind flayer tadpole. Now he must join forces with others like him to rid himself of this curse. This is the story of how Theodore Copperclaw, a goblin, saves the world. I wake up on a Nautiloid ready to get started.
Oh shit, here we go again.
I grabbed us, met Lazel, and freed Shadowheart, but I sent her away because I wanted to see what she was gonna say.
Are you sure about that? Better odds of surviving if we help each other. I'm used to it. Good luck. And thank you for your help.
Now before we get too deep into it, I want to explain Theodore's character. He is a chaotic good character, and he tries his best to help people, but he'll do it his way. He doesn't mind breaking rules or killing people to provide that help. And at the end of the day, as long as someone benefits from his actions, he's happy. I woke up Shadowheart, and ultimately I told her that I didn't want her to join me because I never seen her at all the other places you can find her, because I always just pick her up.
You sure about that? Neither of us knows what lies ahead. Perhaps we'll meet again. If you survive, that is.
In case you haven't noticed by now, this is a heavily modded playthrough. And as Shadowheart was trying to leave, she got caught in a new encounter that one of those mods adds. It adds new fights across all 3 acts. During the fight, Shadowheart landed a guiding bolt, which got me to level 2. After the fight, I got Asterion and Gale. After that, I started the most boring fight in this entire game. And after thinking about it, I couldn't even tell you why this fight is so boring. Maybe it's because they force you into it and you're basically level 1, so you can't really do anything and you're just super weak. I don't know. This fight is really boring. Moving on. After it, the party leveled up to level 3 and Theodore chose Way the Drunken Master Monk, which is from the 5e subclass mod, which is also pretty cool. Adds a bunch of new subclasses to every single class. But spoiler alert, I didn't stick with it because it was kind of boring, so I just went to the Way of the Open Hand like everybody else later in the video type shit. Also, if you see me getting a bunch of XP throughout the video, that's because I have a double XP mod, which I have because I have a level 20 mod, and I wouldn't be able to reach level 20 if I don't increase the XP. After getting into the Grove, I tried to punch Eridan, but I fucked it up, and Zevlor punched him before me, which is pretty cool because I never seen that before. I saw Shadowheart again, and she said I was following her, so I left.
Are you following me?
I saved Arabella, talked to Kalga, and left the Grove to go farm XP. Before that though, I obviously had to pick up Scratch. After Karlach joined the party, we took on the Paladins of Tyr, and I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty rough. Karlach, who was our heaviest hitter, was trapped on the bottom because they destroyed the ladder, and that left Asterion and me at the top alone. And after I got dropped, I used Gale to lead the Paladin to Karlach. Since Gale died, I had to revive him using a whole thingamajig maflig. Ravig, sig, mig dig, rig big. And after that very long day, I took my first long rest, and then Will came and he was all mad and stuff, trying to kill Karlach.
How about we all take a nice deep breath and calm the fuck down?
But eventually he calmed down and we went to bed. I made my way into the Goblin camp, and I tried to fight the goblins by the windmill, but they kicked my ass. After that, Astarion ran away while the rest of the party was getting decimated. It was all cool though because he revived us talking to Withers. And for some reason, Withers isn't charging me any gold. It's probably one of my mods because I have like 100, but I don't know. After everybody was revived, I went to go get some backup.
I twice played serenade to my ears, my tasty kibble. We have a bargain.
I spun back on the goblins and things went very differently from last time. And after that fight, we got to level 4. Once I was done leveling up, something funny kinda happened. Because Astarion blew the ogre's horn, he was in dialogue with him while the rest of the party wasn't. And they wanted money, so I kinda just left them. Crossing the bridge to the goblin camp, we got attacked by the Absolute, but Shadowheart came in clutch. And because of that, I decided to let her into the party. I normally pick her up at the beach like I said earlier, but I just wanted to see all the different places where she would pop up at. I let myself get kidnapped because one of Raphael's people kills Priestess Gut for free. After she freed me, I robbed everything and every possible thing and everything and everybody and everything. And I also made sure to get the, what's it called? The amulet of Misty Step, because that's gonna come in handy later. Asterion was still stuck in dialogue with the ogres, but I needed to get him because I needed him to steal something from me. So I had to let him die. I revived him and I had him pickpocket a bunch of stuff from Royal Moonglow. Astarion got an enchanted longbow, Karlach got the bloody great axe, and Theodore Copperclaw got the bow of awareness, which gives a +1 to initiative. I started to fight with Minthara by throwing a scrying eye into the void. Now guys, I tried really hard to keep Minthara alive because I always kill her in my playthroughs, but once I knocked her out, Gale died next to her and his necrotic aura killed her, and I was not about to reload that fight because it took me like 30 years. After the fight, I went to sleep and I met my dream guardian. I tried to make her a beautiful melanated queen, so let me know what y'all think. I think she fine as hell, y'all. The next morning, I went to go free Halsin. On a completely unrelated note, can we please acknowledge how ugly the monk armor is? Like, at this point in the video, I was like urgently searching for something else to put on because I was just appalled by that outfit. I punched the first kid in the fucking face and I burnt the other one alive. What the fuck? Theodore Copperclaw, Karlach, and Halsin took the front lines, while Astarion and Gil gave range support in the back. In the back! Once we finished up, I told Halsin he could come along with us, and we rolled out, soaking up the pants of any female in a 20-mile radius. I started the fight with Ragzlin and his peeps, which dragged on for 50 years, but eventually I beat him up. You know how I do? I beat him up! When I looted bro's body, my melanated queen tried to get me to take another parasite, but I'm not stupid. Or Theodore's not stupid, even though he's a goblin. Now I've added a lot of feats to my game, but the one I chose is really broken for monks. It gives me an extra bonus action, so that means I can use Flurry of Blows twice. So that's already 4 hits, but plus my regular punch, that's 5 hits. And then at level 5 when I get extra attack, that's 6 hits per turn. After leveling up, I did this encounter in the Hag Swamp because a very important item spawns here. These gloves will give my unarmed attacks lightning charges. And I also found this pretty cool bow that I gave to Astarion that'll deal extra damage based on his dexterity and has a chance to ensnare targets. She too fine, y'all. I can't take it. I told Halsin that Kaga was a shadow druid, but he really didn't care, which was really disappointing because it was my first time doing that. Since I saved everybody's lives, they let me loot the grove, and I finally got some new clothes. At this point in the video, it's been like 7-8ish hours, and my build is slowly coming online. To show this, bear witness to this battle. I saved Counselor Floric and she gave me the Spell Sparkler, which is going straight to Astarion, or Gale, because I'm making him a magic missile build. I took a long rest and the Tieflings came over to my camp to have a party, because I saved their lives and shit, and me and Karlach got a little busy. Okay, listen, this video is getting really long. I know it's been like 10 minutes for y'all, but it's been like 10 hours for me, so I'm just about to rapid fire the next few things. Astarion stole the Graceful Cloth, which gives advantage on sleight of hand checks, so stealing is going to be a lot easier. I went to the crush, got the Dawn Master thingy, leveled up and got key and power strikes so I can change what type of damage my fists do. Stole the Gif Yankee egg, gave it to the lady.
My, how fortuitous. Jolly good show cracking through that crash.
Fought this other lady. Opened the door, fought the Inquisitor because I ain't a bit. I killed him, but I had to flee because they killed everybody but Theodore. I revived everybody, took a long rest, and then we spawned back.
I got this.
Now, Lack tried to get me to go to the Astral Prism, but I don't respect her as a person or a god, so I just went to get the Blood of Lathander. There is this new guy guarding it, called the Champion Lathander, but he wasn't too strong, and we jumped him.
They jumping me!
I took the mace, and one thing I always do is the Crush and the Grimforge, after I found out you could. Doing both gets you to like level 8, which makes Act 2 a lot easier. I tried so many times to fight the Spectator, but it can unpetrify an ally, bite you, shoot a necrotic beam, and paralyze you in one turn. How is that fair? I reloaded this fight at least like 6 or 7 times. I learned that starting to fight with Karlach and letting everybody else hang back was the best strategy, especially since you get surprised if you're too close. I tried to use Gale to hit it with a magic missile, but I didn't notice turn-based mode does not stop people who are in combat, which was a huge surprise. Karlach made it use its legendary action, which is the big AoE that hits everything, but interestingly enough, because he hit his allies, they actually turned to his enemies, so they started helping me fight it. And also because fuck me, whoever gets close to it, he can use his reaction to hit it with a necrotic beam. The main reason this fight was so hard was because Theodore, who was our strongest damage dealer, couldn't get close to him because I kept getting paralyzed. But since the other dudes started helping me, it gave me just enough cover to get close. Though I was the bigger threat right next to it, I decided to attack Asterion, who was paralyzed and couldn't do anything, which gave me an opportunity attack and I took him out. That was by far the hardest fight I had up until this point, so I took my ass straight to bed. I met this guy. He's dead now. Gale tried to raise me up, but I like girls, so I went to bed.
Good night.
I sailed to the Grimforge. Arriving got us to level 7.
And I don't like pig shit, but damned if your mouth ain't spewing it. You want respect?
I talked to some racists and they said they'll pay me if I help them kill my coworker. I told them I would. I blew up the rebel and freed Nier. I told him to stop murdering innocent people and he got mad and tried to kill me. Before I go to the forge, I left to go get the Susser tree bark. I took it to the forge in the Blighted Village, and I used it to make a Susser greatsword, which has a chance to silence enemies, and I gave it to Karlach. Once I got everybody picked up, I grabbed the medium armor and I gave it to Carlac, which gave her 17 AC. I took the elevator and made my way to Act 2.